guys. Thank you for inviting me out. So can we come into the space, silence your cell phones. I'm not going to keep you long, but I want to talk to you. So y'all come on in. Have a seat. I'm coming behind the podium. Guys, come on, guys. Y'all have a seat. Y'all can sit in the area. So we're going back to Denim Day. So again, this happened in 1997. For those who don't know why we have Denim Day. It happened in 1997. A young lady was raped by her driving instructor. She's 18 years old. And she was raped by her driving instructor. So eventually, she went to court, pressed charges, and he was found guilty. But the decision was overturned when he was found guilty because she wore really, really tight jeans. And she had to help him rape her by taking off the jeans. So the rape charge was overturned. So it's basically saying it was her fault because he told her, I'm raping you, I need you to help the jeans off. So she took them off and it was overturned. So basically saying that it was her fault that she was raped because she helped them, right? To me, that doesn't sound right. No one asked to be raped at all. Despite whether you have on a short skirt, your breasts are hanging out, it doesn't matter. Rape is wrong at all costs. So I want to talk to you, I want to hold you very long, but I want to talk to you about sexual assault and abuse. Sexual assault and abuse is when someone does something, whether they're touching you, actual sexual activity, when you do not agree with it. If you are intoxicated, young men, and you should hear me very well. If a young lady, you're out at a party and she is drunk, and you take her back to the room, and next morning she's jumping up and saying it's rape because I didn't say no, but you said no last night, you said yes last night when we were drinking, it's rape. If she has not, in her right mind, consent to having sex with you, it is rape. So I need you to hear that. If she looks like she's drunk, looks like she's intoxicated, leave her alone. And the next morning, she can press rape charges on you. And there's a lot of things that are going on in the news, guys. There's a story right now of a young teacher that is missing. And she was out with a group of friends at a bar. It's been 3-4 months. Nobody knows where she is. We have to be our sister's keeper. Case in point, we have to be our sister's keeper. So when you ask the question, am I a sister's keeper? You better be. That young lady went to her car because she thought she was drunk. Maybe somebody slipped her something. We don't know what happened to her. And now, 3 months later, no one knows where she is. And she was with a group of people out at the bar. So I want to talk to you about safety, guys. First and foremost, when you go out to the parties, going out hanging out with your friends, we go together, we're going to stay together, and we're going to leave together. Number one rule, guys. We come together, we're going to stay together, and we're going to what? We're going to leave together. A lot of things can happen. If you're drinking, watch your drink at all times. Trust, if you go to the bar, watch them make the drink. Have the drink in your hand. If you're walking around in the party, when you walk, make sure your hand is over your cup. Because someone can slip anything into your cup by it just being out, walking around. And if you're drinking, all of a sudden you start to feel sick, and like you're intoxicated, and you know you had a few sips of this drink, leave. Go to an emergency room. Because you may have some type of substance in your drink. If you, again, going back to being our sister's keeper, if you're seeing your friend talking to somebody, you know she doesn't know her, check in on her. You okay? Have a code word. If you're feeling like you're unsafe, have a code word. I don't care if it's blue ostrich. That's a sign that the way she is not safe. We need to go around her and protect her. Okay? The next thing, if one of your friends becomes intoxicated at the party, at that point, if she's drunk, everybody's drunk. It's time to leave. Don't let her leave her friend. Don't let her walk herself back to the dorm room by herself. Don't let her go back to her apartment. You need to check up on her. Again, we have to be our sister's keeper. Again, case in point, 3 months ago, this young lady that said she was drunk, they sent her back to her car to sleep it off. And we haven't heard from her since then. Be your sister's keeper. If you're on finals time and you're walking to the library, make sure you go as a group. Walk into the library as a group. So if one or two of us going to walk together to the library, if the library closes at 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, it's time for us to leave, we're all going to walk back together. We have to have safety. If you're out hanging out with your friends, you're in a place that you don't know where you are, you need to learn how to walk with a purpose. Even if you don't know where you're going, you can't see it at all, walk like you know where you're going. I know this is that building right here. I can see where I'm going. And I don't know where the heck I'm at. Walk with a purpose. Have your keys out. Know where your car keys are. Have an alarm to open the door. Pay attention to your surroundings. Everybody has iPods, iPads, iPhones, everything. And you have the earplugs in your ear. Take them out. Take them out when you're walking. Because somebody can walk up behind you and hit you or push you, and you never knew they were coming. Because you're too busy listening to Drake on your earphones. Take it out. The next thing, if you're going out on dates and somebody you don't know, because a lot of times, guys, when somebody is sexually assaulted, a lot of times it's by someone they know, or acquaintance, an ex-boyfriend, a friend, somebody who took a class with. If you're going out to have a good time, make sure somebody else knows where you're going. Okay, Billy is picking me up. We're going to have dinner here. We're going to the movies. This is what he looks like. This is his name. Text somebody. This is his license plate number of his car. This is what he looks like. If something happens, at least I know she was with this person. This is what he looks like. This is his name. This is where he lives. I know he's in this particular dorm room on campus. He goes to school at Xavier. He goes to school at Tulane. It doesn't matter. Make sure that you're checking in with your friends. So what happens if, in an instance, you do become sexually assaulted? Get away. The first thing you should do, guys, is call the police and go to the emergency room, or go to the emergency room and call the police. You need to go to the emergency room because within 72 hours, any evidence can dissipate and go away. There's a hospital. There's only 2 hospitals in the city, in the metropolitan area, that has SANE nurses, which is sexual assault nurses. They can collect evidence. One of them's in the city, I believe it's Charity or University. It's University Hospital. The other ones that matter, it's Lakeside. Tulane Lakeside is another facility where they collect the evidence. Now, at that time, you don't have to press charges at that time, but it's important, guys. They'll clean your fingernails, do a test, give you birth control, give you other things to protect you. So right now, you're in the mind state where I don't want to press charges because this is a friend, but later on, maybe a week later, 2 weeks later, you may decide you want to press charges. And if you go home and take a shower, you clean yourself off, you have washed away evidence. Sometimes we need to learn to stop and think sometimes. We've seen a lot of women who wash themselves, clean themselves off, and now they want to press charges, and now evidence is gone. No one knew you were out with this person. You need to check in with everybody. I can't hear you. Speak up.
Well, I wanted to say, you don't want to only go to the hospital for them to proceed with an investigation, but you may have contracted some sort of sexually transmitted disease. And at University Hospital, for sure, they can help you to, give you the medication that you need to combat that disease if you have it.
So again, that's another important thing. If you need resources, guys, a lot of times when someone has been sexually assaulted, other mental health issues can come up like PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, depression, anxiety. You become hypervigilant because now you're afraid of everyone, and you don't have anyone to talk to. You can look at the counseling center. Ms. Labby is here, and they do referrals. Ms. Labby. I see my counseling ladies in the back, you baby hands. So they can give you a referral. Ms. Dixon. Okay, Ms. Dixon's hiding in the back. But they can give you a referral as well. I want to give you a number. Everybody has cell phones. It's 1-800-656-HOPE. This is the National Sexual Assault HOPE. HOPE. Not HOPE. Line. This is a number that you can dial in order to patch the resources. We have the Family Justice Center, ladies right there. They have sexual assault specialists there. They also have, they can have you file, the police department or works with them, so you can file with them as well. I saw Metropolitan Women and Children's Service was here as well. They can also offer assistance if you're in Jefferson Parish. Family Justice Center is New Orleans, Greater New Orleans area, correct? Yes, it's the Greater New Orleans area. And Metropolitan is in the Jefferson Parish and another in St. Tammany Parish to get help. Does anyone have questions or comments at this current time? Again, I gave you a lot of information in a short period of time, but this is the time to ask the question. There's no dumb questions. So if you want to ask something, ask. Yes, ma'am.
I had a question about like when the school teacher left, they said that whole little Russian mom came here. Did you hear anything about that? Like,
I didn't hear about the Russian mob, but I hear all kinds of stories saying, oh, she probably was in the sex trade. Somebody probably sold her into a sex trade. I don't know. Can that happen? Yes. That can happen. That's why it's imperative, guys. If you look back, and hindsight is always 20/20, and if you look back at that situation, she was at a bar with her friends, and she got sick, or she was drunk. I'm not sure. But they let her go out and sleep in the car, to sleep it off. Anyone could walk up to her and did anything to her. She's in the car, sleep, while they're still in the bar, having a good time in the bar. I'm not that much older than you guys. I've gone out with my friends, and one of my girlfriends have gotten drunk before. That means when she was drunk, it was time for me to go. I brought her home. I knew where she was. So I had to think back and say, well, I wonder, did she make it home? Is she okay? Because that scenario can happen a lot, time and time again. We just don't see it. And this is one case where it actually happened. So I'm not sure whether or not the Russian mafia sold her into the sex trade or whatever. I'm not sure. I mean, this is one of the theories that's floating out there, but a lot of that could have been prevented. If she got sick or got drunk, they could have left the bar and went home. She's still maybe walking around teaching. We have to think, guys. We have to think. And think beyond that moment of just having a good time. Any more questions or comments, guys? Any more questions or comments? Yes, no? Okay, well, thank you guys for your time. What is this lab? Where's this lab? Yes.